Good morning, everyone, and welcome back to Cooking for Cancer and Chronic Disease. My name is Angela Zaccanini. I'm a registered dietitian here at the Wellness and Integrative Oncology Program, and this is Eric Capizzoli, who is also a registered dietitian here at the Hillman Cancer Center.
Yes.
Thank you for being here with us today, Eric.
Of course.
Typically, if you are a regular with us, you know Danielle Petrina is typically my sous chef, and she will be back. But today we have Eric filling in for us, and we are going to give you a quick and easy breakfast / snack recipe, I guess. Could be kind of both, right?
Yeah, or even like a small meal, if you will.
Okay, good idea. So this is a ricotta and yogurt parfait, and this is from Eating Well. So I do search a lot of their recipes, and I've made a lot of their recipes in the past, and I tend to like them. This is quick and easy. You see all of the ingredients right here in front of you. So we have some chia seeds, sliced almonds. We have a 0% milk fat vanilla Greek yogurt, and then we have part skim ricotta. So that's what the recipe called for, but it depends on really what you want, right?
Yeah, definitely. You can use the whole milk yogurts. Greek yogurt's going to have more protein. This Siggy's is actually skyr. I believe that's how you pronounce that.
And what does that mean exactly?
So it's in the same realm as like a Greek yogurt, but it's like Icelandic, I believe.
So just from where it's located?
Yeah.
Okay.
And Siggy's tends to sometimes be a little more bitter, if you will. But it's definitely a good brand. And some of the whole fat ones, they're going to obviously taste better because of the whole fat.
Right.
But this one is flavored too. Yeah,
this is flavored, but it does mention there's no stevia, no artificial sweeteners, and no added natural or artificial flavors. And the vanilla is actually coming from a vanilla extract and vanilla bean specks. Mm-hmm. So it's actually coming from true vanilla. The sweetener is that agave nectar. And then it's using some pasteurized skim milk. And of course, all yogurts do contain probiotics, and we want that to promote good gut health. Mm-hmm. We talk a lot about that in I think just yogurt in general is good to include almost daily in your diet. What do you say?
Yeah.
I think so
too. For
too.
sure. I think it's, like you said, the gut health. The jury's still out with probiotics. Not that they're bad, but, getting it through your food is what we always recommend. Any kind of fermented food, whether it be fermented vegetable, something pickled, sauerkraut, yogurt's definitely easy to get in as a quick snack. As long as you have some kind of refrigeration.
And pasteurized, right? We do encourage all pasteurized products, especially being in the oncology setting. Yeah. You want to make sure that everything that you're consuming is safe and not going to promote any infection.
Yeah, and most, I don't want to say all, but most you're going to get in a store is going to be pasteurized. So the milk is pasteurized. It's used to make it.
Right.
So that would, if it's not, it would be something that's coming from raw milk or something somebody makes in their backyard, and we don't want that.
Yeah. And let's talk about the nutrition profile. So 3/4 cup, 120 calories, 13 grams of total carbohydrates, 6 grams of added sugar, which I'm assuming is the agave, right? Mm-hmm. And then we have 18 grams of protein. Now, typically, my rule of thumb is to always look for something that has less than 5 grams of added sugar per serving. What do you think? Do you have any input on that?
I don't know that I have like a gram level, but you try to just minimize the added sugar in the foods you eat throughout the day.
Is it true that it shouldn't be more than 25 grams in a day? Is that according to the dietary guidelines?
Yeah, they go by like teaspoons, and I think it's like 10 maybe.
Teaspoons.
Off the top of my head, yeah.
Okay, yeah.
So, it's really just trying to minimize what you do instead of just super restricting. Even like they sweeten with agave, and it's still going to be sugar.
Right.
Agave is going to give you maybe some minerals, who knows, but sugar is kind of sugar when your body's concerned. And the artificial sweetener, again, not that they're bad either, but they can tend to be very sweet. I'm not like a fan of them because of that.
Yeah.
So sweetening with like less sugar, I like that. Now you can obviously get a plain yogurt, and you're adding things to it. You can add honey to it or agave,
or even maybe your own vanilla extract.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
To get that
vanilla flavor.
Yeah. Okay.
100%. You can even do vanilla bean.
Yeah.
Which is what they use.
Yeah. And I mean, I'd obviously rather you get added sugars from something like this than, say, hard candy.
Candy. Yeah.
You know, like simple sugars. All right, so let's get to it. I feel like this is going to be super quick and easy. There's only 6 ingredients, and we have them all measured out here. So first things first is 3/4 cup of the non-fat vanilla Greek yogurt. And again, depending on what you're looking for, if you do want a little bit more calories from fat, then get the full fat, whole fat, milk fat when it comes to your yogurt preference.
Can you give me a spoon?
Yeah.
How much?
3/4 cup. That's a half a cup plus that.
Well, we can figure it out.
We can figure that out.
Try to make it pretty.
Try and make it pretty. I mean, we're going to be the ones eating it, so.
We need a clear bowl, I told you.
I know. We'll try to zoom in on it in a little bit. But, okay, so we have our 3/4 cup of non-fat Greek yogurt, vanilla Greek yogurt, and then we're going to do a 1/4 cup of part skim ricotta. Now, I was telling people about this recipe, and I think the ricotta kind of threw them off. I don't know if it's a texture thing. To me, ricotta is kind of bland.
Yeah.
You know, so really you're just getting some protein. It is part skim, so you're getting less fat. How many calories? It's pretty low calorie. A 1/4 cup is only 80 calories.
Yeah. Ricotta I love too. I mean, cottage cheese I think is going to give you the weirder texture.
That's true. Good point.
But you can blend it too to get it to like this texture. Cottage cheese anyway.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Cottage cheese is going to give you more protein than ricotta.
Yeah, how much is protein in there?
1/4 cup, 5 grams.
Okay, that's not bad.
Yeah. And 6 grams of fat because it's
Part skim.
It's part skim.
Yeah. Okay.
You're not going to get a lot of fat there. I mean, again, if you're not restricting fat, then use the full fat. It's going to taste better. But if you are, you can always split the difference, 2%.
Right. Okay. And then our third ingredient is going to be a 1/2 teaspoon of lemon zest. Now, I just got a regular lemon and used this grater to then get the lemon zest. If you have a zester, of course, you can utilize that too. I did measure it, so this is about a 1/2 teaspoon of the lemon zest. And it's going to give you almost like the description on Eating Well. It says this is reminiscent of a lemon cheesecake. Okay. I mean, I think they're really pushing it there. Right? Okay. And then our 1/4 cup of raspberries. I believe this is probably a little bit more than a 1/4 cup, but I did want to utilize our raspberries.
So we want to mix this.
Yep. Blend it up. I don't think it's a bad consistency so far.
No. Yeah, I mean, with the if it was cottage cheese, it would probably be weird.
Yeah, I like cottage cheese by itself, but I think something like this, I would prefer it to look like that, especially like Parfait style, you know?
Yeah.
And of course, if you don't have sliced almonds or raspberries on hand, you can utilize any sort of fruit or nut that you have available. It does say here too that you can actually make this ahead of time. So put this maybe in a jar, put it in the fridge overnight, and then in the morning, add your nuts and fruit and whatever else you have on hand. Or like when you get to work, then you can add it all together so it doesn't get all soft and soggy.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, so the next thing is our raspberries.
So now we get to make it pretty.
Yep. And that's your job. You're good at that.
You can use frozen fruit too.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
As I fall down.
That's all we need on the air. Okay, so we have raspberries, sliced almonds, and then our final ingredient is going to be chia seeds. So less is more when it comes to chia seeds, I would have to say. This recipe only calls for a teaspoon of chia seeds, so you can see here it's a very small portion. But chia seeds are high in protein, omega-3 fatty acids, so those healthy fats, but also a good source of protein. So you're getting a lot of bang for your buck with chia seeds. Now, The thing about chia seeds is they can change the consistency or texture, especially if you were to put these in overnight, right? It almost gelatinous, like a gelatinous type of gel, right? Like a chia pudding.
They suck up water.
Yeah. So it expands, and then it gets this like almost like jello, gelatinous type of texture. So if you don't like chia seeds or prefer something else, I would suggest doing maybe a ground flaxseed.
Yeah.
You think that would be a good alternative?
Yeah.
Okay.
I think I like chia seed better though.
Than flaxseed? Really?
Yeah. Flaxseed is very nutty.
Yeah.
Not in a good way sometimes, but the chia seed too, yeah, you do like the pudding because it sucks up the liquid.
Yeah.
But yeah, sometimes it does impart some flavor, but they do give you all those, fiber, omega-3s.
Yep.
All that.
Looks beautiful. I'm going to try to get a picture in here.
And take a picture.
Well, I guess a view. Let me see. If I can.
You want me to take a picture with your phone?
Okay. Camera 2. How's that look? Okay. And of course, you don't have to be so perfect whenever you're making yours.
Yeah, just
or
throw
you
it all
can.
in.
I mean, who cares?
But, sight helps too. It looks
Yeah.
pretty, so maybe you want to eat it or...
Right. Okay, good. All right, let's try it out. I got to have one of everything.
You want the giant spoon?
Sure.
Okay.
And I want that little bit of lemon zest too. Okay.
Look at this little baby spoon. I'm going to fall down.
Cheers.
Cheers.
I love the lemon in it.
That really helps.
I think that makes it
I think it's good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I would definitely make that.
Yeah.
Do you think the vanilla, do you taste any vanilla?
A little bit.
A little bit? Because I feel like that wouldn't be necessary,
Yeah, I mean, again, if you get the plain yogurt, there's still going to be some sugar from the milk, but again, it's the added sugar in this is like nothing.
And I kind of like the crunch of the chia seed and the almonds.
Yeah, you can't even taste the
Yeah.
chia seed. The other flavors are real powerful. You could do like honey too if it's not sweet enough.
Yeah. I like it. I also think, keep in mind though, the fiber content on this, it's 5 grams of total fiber for a serving. So this is considered a serving. That's pretty large.
Yeah, is that a serving?
That's a serving.
The whole thing?
Yeah. So 272 calories, 25 grams of carbs, 5 grams of fiber, 22 grams of protein. And then, of course, you got all your vitamins in there. Vitamin A, C, folate, magnesium, calcium, potassium.
Yeah.
I mean, it's pretty balanced, and I think because it includes all of those things, it's going to keep you feeling full and satisfied longer. And hopefully going to improve your gut health with all that fiber, and then, of course, the probiotics. But if you are getting a lot of fiber throughout the day that you're not typically used to, drink water.
For sure. Yeah, sometimes it can definitely give you some bloating, which is normal, but you just have to get your body used to it.
Yeah. And I always tell the story of the time when I put a ton of chia seeds in my smoothie one time, and it felt like a chia pet was growing in my belly. Which, think about it, chia pets. I mean, they use those exact seeds to grow the hair on those plants.
Yeah, you're not going to make people want to eat these.
They're good for you, and they have omega-3 fatty acids.
Just like kale, right? But yeah, they're all, raspberries are probably if not the highest, one of the highest fiber fruit. Yeah, there's a lot of fiber in there. The raspberries are awesome.
Yeah, and these ones actually taste very good.
Yeah, and you
Lots
can get
of
the
flavor.
frozen ones too. They're going to be a little,
Yeah.
or
They have a
buy
lot
them
of
fresh
more
and-
water content, so.
Or buy them fresh and freeze them so they last longer and
Yeah.
make it easy. You could make this in a jar and then I'd probably keep everything separate.
I would keep the toppings separate, for sure.
Yeah, and then just dump them in.
Yeah. So
Ready
you
to
can
go.
make the base of the yogurt, the ricotta, and the lemon zest. Keep that in your jar overnight, so you're prepping. And then if you already have cut up fruit, nuts, maybe portion those out, have them ready to go for the morning, and you're good to go.
Yeah.
I think it's great.
Definitely in any kind of fruit, or more than one.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, or different nuts, you know?
Yeah.
Okay, so if you want to be a part of my email distribution list, I'm trying to send out the recipe each week. So if you are interested in that, I'm going to put my email at the bottom of the screen here so that you can write it down, send me an email, and let me know if you want to be a part of that email distribution list, what you're looking for, if you have any feedback. I would love to hear from you. Eric, thank you so much for being with us today. I always enjoy your company.
Yeah, you're welcome. Anytime.
Yeah, and
Thanks for having me.
yeah, I'm sure you'll see him again. And we'll be back next week. Thank you.
Thank you.